What's up, y'all? This your boy Mikelanta from Hotlanta. I'm here. It was something I was thinking about today because I talked to a friend, and it's something about mental health, and I just want to get to the point with this. We are all going through mental issues during this pandemic. We are all going through something that we can't control, and it's driving us crazy. The one thing I want to say during this time, you have to control your mental health. You have to find ways to boost your mental health if it's not controlled in the manner that it should be. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I went through something, and I feel like, if I was able to somewhat overcome what I have been through, and probably I'm still going through it, I feel like there's somebody out there that's probably going through worse. Our mental health is something that we have to take care of, just like we take care of our body. A lot of people are in different situations, and the pandemic has caused more situations, whether it be with your loved one, family, friends, your kids. Believe it or not, there are parents out there that have to stay home with their children, and they don't like it, just point blank. And someone told me that the child abusive rate actually went up since the pandemic started, which means parents are losing their temper. Parents are getting real frustrated, short-tempered, and some are getting very violent. And, it has to stop. Our mental health is really going crazy these days. And not only, I spoke about children and how parents are treating their children these days, but there's a lot going on. Relationships. You have people that there's more divorce rates. The divorce rates are higher than ever. People are cheating on one another. People are finally spending that day to day with their spouse, and they finding out things that they didn't know about. Maybe they're getting tired of each other. It's crazy. And then if you're married, you get a divorce. You find out who your loved one is, and you get a divorce. The thing about it is, neither one of us are victims of any of these mental crimes, should I say. If you're going through something that deals with your mental health, I want to encourage everybody to boost your mental health, and not only boost your mental health, boost your spirit. Find positive in things these days. There's a lot of negativity going on, and the thing that we need right now is positivity. If you're going through it at your home, truck drivers, as a truck driver, I'll speak on that. It's tough. It's tough. You have the summertime, your kids are out of school, and if your wife is at home most of the time, maybe she's working, which is another situation, because a lot of wives out there, especially for these truck drivers that usually have jobs, they can't go to work because of the pandemic. You got this virus going on. And if you have a lot of children, such as myself, I don't have a lot, but 4, it could get hectic at times for your wife, your baby's mom, whoever is taking care of your children. So it's like they're going through it, and it stresses. I know there's a lot of truck drivers out there, man. It stresses you out because there's nothing you can do. No job is hiring right now. You can't work, but you're out on the road doing what you can for your kids, and you know that it's stressful at the house. And the one thing I notice is that it is a lot of truck drivers are stressful these days. Like stress to the max, because they can't just go home and just make everything better, and they get flack for it. Whether they get flack from their wife, whether they get flack from the baby mamas, the babysitter, whoever, they get flack for it, as if they're not out here doing anything. And I just talked to somebody that's actually going through that. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to keep your mental health stable. Situations such as that, where you have to be on the road, but you're being stressed out by your other half because you can't be there, or they're struggling, or whatever the case might be, or they're tired. I mean, the one thing I want to tell that driver, keep your mental health stable. At the end of the day, you can only do so much. You're doing all that you can. And the one thing that this pandemic has caused is a lot of negativity, and the devil is just having a good time right now. And as long as the devil's in the way, hey, he's going to make you feel very less than who you are as a person. He's going to make you feel less. And he's going to use somebody to make you feel that way. But on the other way around, God puts us in positions that he knows that we can get out of. Like, for a fact, he knows we can get out of it. But do we have the strength, and do we have that power to get out of the situation that we're in? For all you truck drivers that's on the road, for one, and if this pandemic has caused a lot of stress, I encourage you to do stuff to get your mind off of it. Listen to podcasts. I mean, especially for those who actually had a divorce while, their husband was on the road, while you're on the road, and, things didn't go right with you and your wife. That could be very, very, very detrimental to your mental health. The guy I was talking to, straight depression. I mean, it's sad. It's very sad, and it's hard. It's hard because it's just hard. I mean, you're out here and you got to do what you got to do. I mean, and you have a divorce while you're on the road. The one thing I want to encourage is to do things that boost your mental stability, your mental health. If you're a driver and you're a truck driver, the one thing I would recommend, like I just said, listen to podcasts. You can find a podcast on just about anything, but don't find a podcast on the problem that you have at hand. Find a podcast on something that you like. Entertainment. Me personally, I listen to The Breakfast Club. John Massey, he's he does real estate podcasts. Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary, he really can motivate you, and he makes a whole lot of sense. He'll make you feel so crazy. He'll make you think a totally different way. I listen to Gary a lot. Motivational stuff. I mean, you have to boost your mental health. You can read a book. Me personally, I'm not a big book reader, but I think I showed y'all this book last time. But one book that I do recommend, I'm gonna put it in the description of this video. But it's called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. This book here, man, this will help you put your life in perspective if you're going through it. It'll definitely help you put your life in perspective. It's a good book. I recommend everybody read it. I recommend everybody read that book. But you have to boost your mental health any way possible, because certain situations, they lead to stress, and stress can lead to so much other bad things that you don't want to happen to you. And the bad thing is, what's worse is stress these days. Corona ain't got nothing on stress. Corona doesn't have nothing on stress. Because if you catch the corona, I mean, you can't control it. If you catch it, you catch it, and you just got to deal with what happens with the effects. Hopefully you get some help. Hopefully it passes through you. Hopefully that you get a cure. The worst thing is that you die from it. I mean, you don't want that, but you can't control that, which is why stress is worse than corona, because stress, you have complete control over your decisions and your situations. You can choose to be happy, and I keep telling people that. I tell a lot of people that you choose to be happy. It's a choice. But what people do is they make up excuses on why they can't be happy, and they blame everybody else. They blame this, that, they blame this and the other. Why you can't be happy? I mean, you can be happy. All you got to do is just stand up and say, I'm happy. But then you get people that say, oh, it's easier said than done. No. No. Can't nobody control you. Can't nobody control your thoughts. Can't nobody control your actions. Forget everybody else. If you're going through something right now, that's a part of protecting, stimulating, boosting your mental health. You can't let other people control your mentality. You can't let other people control your mental path. I mean, if it's something that you want to do it. If you feel happy today, be happy. If somebody come, one thing I saw, I was listening to, The Breakfast Club. I listened to that podcast. I'm sure a lot of people listen to them. Charlemagne, he's a real smart dude, and he's real big on mental health. He went through it. I actually want to read his book. But he went through it, and they was talking about this on one of the episodes, what he says from what he's learned, because he sees therapy, he goes to therapy, he does all that. And the one thing he does, if it's not bad for his mental health, he doesn't do it. So they may ask him to go out. He'll say, no, that's bad. That's bad for my mental health. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. No, that's bad for my mental health. We have a choice, ladies and gentlemen. We have a choice to be whoever we want to be. We have a choice to do whatever we want to do. Door A, door B. We have a choice. We could choose either door A, door B. If the doors are close enough to each other, we can open both doors. I mean, we have a choice. Don't make excuses. Excuses are tools of incompetence, which means monuments of nothingness, and those that choose to do them seldom accomplish a thing. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I can go on forever. Stay strong, people. Be weary of who you are as a person and not what others want you to be. Take control of your life and be yourself. Peace.